There's a couple of whips I need to work on. This is my Ingrid sweater. I just need to add a button band. I have these two swatches and it's two projects I so want to start working on, but I know I should do the right thing. I should finish my whips. So I have 4 different whips I want to work on, and let's just see how far I can get in a week. And then in a week's time, it's okay for me to cast on my new projects. But let's just see how far I can get. It's currently Monday, September 21st or 22nd. I think it's 22nd. And I want to finish a couple of whips. The first one is actually, it's a finished test knit. I test knitted the 1993 T by Jessie Made Designs. It should come out on the 25th. But I already want to alter it. I am knitting the body longer. I blocked it to where the pattern says you need to go, and it's a little short. So I want to add length, and then I want to rip out the I-cord that I did for the sleeves and make them longer. So they I kind of want it to look like the thin sweater by Wool & Beyond. So that's that plan. Then I have a vest I have been working on, and this is a free-handed pattern. So this is a pattern basically by me. And I just need to add a button band. And I was just gonna start doing that, and then I thought, okay, I should do this first. But so all I need to do is put in a button band and add buttons, which is just going to be a simple 1x1. I was debating doing a double knit button band because I like the look of it, but I don't have that much yarn left over. So this is all I have, and I think it will be enough for the plan that I have for the button band. So that's that plan. And then I have my third whip, which is my Ingrid sweater, and it's totally blowing out. It's really, really bright yellow. It's more like this kind of, and I need to add some sleeves. So I just need to add the sleeves. The rest I did. And then the final project is another freehand by myself, and that is this really, really fluffy, thick cardigan, which just needs the ends woven in here on the front. This is where I changed colors. And then I wanted to add like a waist tie and some waist loops. So I have a bunch of different yarns left, and I'm hoping I have enough of this darker blue to make it with this color. But I'm gonna do some weighing and see if halfway the yarn, I'm halfway where I want to be with the tie, and otherwise add other colors in. And then I do want it to be symmetrical. So that's the only thing here. There's another red that should be somewhere, but I'll be able to find it. So those are my 4 whips I want to work on, and I'm just gonna take you along with me in this week and see how far I can get. I have finished 2 of my whips. You will have seen me work on it, but I have made the button band of this one. There it is. And I've added the buttons. I decided to put some decorative. Oh, I don't think I've ever said that word. I put some decorative buttons over there, and I think it's really cute. When I put it on now, it's really tight, but it will stretch out a lot with blocking. I just know it. And then I also finished this one. So I'm wearing it over the top of another sweater right now. I'm a little chilly. But I made the tie, and I've added in the loops with just a simple crochet chain. And yeah, it's nice. It's nice and cozy. I made this one for working from home, and both of these patterns are self-drafted. So yeah, if you're interested in a pattern of one of these, then let me know. Yeah, I just made them for myself, but I am open to turn them into patterns. And then I have been working on the body of this one, and I'm hoping to finish the body soon. Maybe I'll just get to the end of this and then see how long it is and decide if I want some more. But yeah, I just need to add enough length so it will really feel like a nice sweater. And then the rest of the weekend, because right now it's Friday, I think I'll work mostly on the sleeves of my Ingrid. I will share, because so a lot of people have had troubles with the decreases on the sleeves for the Ingrid. But what I want to do, and I can explain it a little bit, I'll share it later if I've drawn something out. But what I want to do, I am knitting the 2XL, but I know that I want to have a smaller cuff than what they say, because my wrist is just as skinny as a wrist of an extra small person. So I'm gonna decrease to like the medium size or something. And then I'm gonna draw out how many decreases I have to do, and then put them in the sections where I can do decreases without it like messing up the pattern. And then mostly in the section where there's the lattice, I am gonna make sure that I have the right amount of stitches to that I don't have a jog in the pattern. And I'm not going to do any decreases in that part. So I'll do decreases like here and here and here. Don't do any decreases, and then do more decreases here. I've done that before with the Guernsey Genser that I made for my boyfriend. There I also spaced out the decreases in that way. And after you finish it, you're like, this kind of looks a little blocky, because then you have like a whole section without decreases, then a bunch of decreases, and then like it's kind of blocky almost. But now that he's wearing it, you don't see it at all, because it really evens out after blocking and wearing. So that's going to be my plan, to do the sleeves to make it as seamless as possible. But then you do have to do some calculations, because you need to have a certain number of stitches for this part and for this part. So you have to take that into account when you decide where you're going to do your decreases. So yeah, I'm going to draw that out. I'll put it on my Ravelry project page too, in case anybody, that is helpful for anybody. So yeah, I think I will prioritize this one. Also, I think I'm going to extend this video a little bit, because on Tuesday, and you'll watch this way later, but on Tuesday we're flying to Italy, and I was thinking of taking this one with as a whip. I don't have that much room. I am flying with Ryanair, and all you can bring is like a tiny little bag. So yeah, I don't have that much space. So I was thinking this is a really like small whip, basically. I know there are smaller whips too, that I could have a smaller whip, but I think it's small enough. And then work on the sleeves in Italy. So yeah, I'll extend this this video for another week maybe, or half a week. Yeah, so I can work on that one over there. And then hopefully at the end of this video, I actually have all 4 whips that I wanted to finish because I have 2 finished already. I just need to do the sleeves and another pair of sleeves. Yeah, I'll see how far I'll get. Guess what I finished? I have finally finished my Ingrid sweater. I have been wearing it today and it is lovely, so I'm really happy with that. And I'll put in a little clip. I'll film a little clip after this. But yeah, I'm really happy. The only thing is that the sleeves are a little short compared to how wide the body is, but it's really comfy, so it's really great. I would definitely recommend, I think, to not use 2 strands of thin pure gint. I feel like it is just not thick enough. Like it's nicer if it's a little thicker, but I mean, it looks really good, I think. And I think yellow suits me, I think. Yeah, so I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the color that I chose, doing the original collar and not the double folded one. So I'm happy with that one. And I am glad to say, so today it's Monday, October 7th, I think. So it's been 2 weeks until I started this little whip journey. I have finished 3 of those whips. So I'm really happy with that score. And there's 1 whip that's still going, but I have finished this one completely. So there are the buttons, the extra buttons. This was my own design. I just really wanted to make this vest, and I just had it in my head, and then I just made it. Yeah, it's knit with broken rib, and then I have all this detailing with the stripes on the button band and around the edges and at the bottom, and then this is my little shoulder increase line that I really like right there. Really happy with it. So yeah, for now it's just a finished object for me. If you would like to see a pattern, let me know. Yeah, if there's a lot of people who would want it, then I would consider it. But right now, I mean, I took my notes, but for now, it's just a finished object for me. And then this one has already been worn a lot of times. My garter stripe cardi robe is finally finished. This is also one that I have calculated myself. The sleeves are stockinette, but the body is garter. So you only have to do knit stitches. Well, there's a part in the yoke where you have to do purl stitches when you are creating the raglan for the sleeves, but that's the only part. And I have used up all of my drops melody that I had, so I'm really happy with that. I used the rest of it in this like tie for the robe, and then really with my remainders I crocheted this loop-de-loop on both sides with the last bit that I had. So yeah, and here's my little tie. So I'm really happy with that. It was like 8mm needles. I had this on my needles for a really long time, way too long. I only had to do like weave in the ends and make the tie and these loop-de-loops. That's all I needed to do, and I just kept putting it off. So yeah, I don't know. And the thing I like about this one is my little slip stitch. You cannot really see it, but there's a slip stitch design or detail along the side to keep it a little more up, because garter will really stretch. So yeah, that's my garter robe thingy. And then there was that whip that I did not finish, and that is the t-shirt. Well, I finished the test knit part of it, but I did not finish what I wanted to be in the end. But I might just put this like down for a little bit. I have not really been feeling stockinette in round, just plain stockinette. I have been feeling color work, texture, so I think I'll just put this one like away for a bit. I mean, it feels kind of silly because I have been pounding through my whips, so which is great, but then I'm adding one to like my whip pile, but that's okay. I'm just gonna, whenever I feel like doing a stockinette project, I'll do a stockinette project. I've thought of something new that I want to do, and that is have a structured project, a colorwork project, and a stockinette project going at the same time. So yeah, I think I'll do that for a while. I mean, for now, that's going great. So that's my stockinette. I also have a stockinette muscle bar hat, just plain in black, that I can just use for movie knitting. And then I have two other things. One is an old whip and something new. Yeah, so basically this is just turning into my podcast, but then taking you with me throughout like 2 weeks of knitting time. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I did not end up going to Italy. I said I was going to go to Italy. We were at the airport and I had casted on these that I'm just going to show you. We were waiting at the airport. We had a delay of 4 hours. And then after those 4 hours of waiting, our flight was canceled. So we ended up staying in the Netherlands and just had a staycation, and it was wonderful. So really it was not that bad after all. I think we were both, me and my boyfriend were going together. We were really craving some relaxation, and I think if we were in Italy, we just had a couple of days and we were going to drive to a new city every day. It was going to be a lot of like, it was going to kind of be stressful. So it was a good thing. So blessing in disguise. But I started these on my trip. Oh, they look so good on camera. So these are the Alma mittens. And yeah, I just finished the first one yesterday. There's a little hole here, but I will do that when I weave in the ends. All my ends are woven in, by the way, of all these finished whips. So yay. But here is my second one that is going. So I just finished this first flower motif. And I'm knitting them on 3.5mm needles. They recommend a 3 or a 3.5, but this is the exact size that it should be. So 3.5 works, and I'm using Peer Gynt and Tin Peer Gynt held double. So those are my two colors, and this is Peer Gynt in the Tutti Frutti. I don't know. We would say Tutti Frutti, I guess. But it's really nice. It has all these speckles in there, so you can really see that in my mitten all throughout. I really like that detail. I got the idea from Florence, from Handmade by Florence. Don't want to... And she also made these mittens, so she inspired me to cast these on. And this is my favorite color, like just like the whip that I'm putting on hold, but this green is, I love it. This is colorway Sunny Lime, and I think I'm gonna get a whole sweater's quantity of that one. Although I'm on a little bit of a budget at the moment, so yeah. These will come along nicely. So this is my color work project, and then I have a textured project. And my textured project is an oldie, so if you are familiar on this channel, then you know this one. It is knitted in JC Rennie Uji Pearl, which is this beautiful colorway. It's kind of gray, but it has all these different colors in there, and it's really pretty. It's definitely not overpowering this structured knit, and you can definitely see all the colors in there. There's blue, there's pink, there's purple, but it's all like so muted, so it's kind of like unicorn gray. Yeah, almost like, yeah, it's pretty pearly. But this is my Aurelia pullover, and I had test knitted this one for Sari Nordland back in 2022. And then I had to finish the yoke and a sleeve. And then I hadn't finished the entire sleeve. And I was okay with her because I said I wanted to finish the other sleeve and then like figure out how long I wanted it before deciding it. And she was okay with that. So I did complete this test knit, but I did not complete the sweater. So yeah, when was it? Maybe April or something? Like the end of last winter, I think, I finished both sleeves. So those are finished right now. And I just, like literally just picked up the body again. Here's my marker that's like literally 1 or 2 rows back. Yeah, and it's just a lot of cabling, and my yarn is really stinky. And I have, if you are familiar on my channel, you know about this stinky yarn, and that's the reason I keep putting it down. It's also really involved structure, like there's cables every other round and a lot of different ones, but I really got it pretty memorized. Like I just picked it up and it was like coming back to me and can just read what I did, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so it's not too hard, and also I'm not on the yoke anymore, so it's just the body. It's like the same, instead of like also having increases and a raglan and everything. So that's pretty okay. But the yarn is really stinky. I got the greasy cone from JC Rennie like a long time ago. I bought those. I still have one, and also my Dartmoor sweater is knitted in one. So I have a beige one left. This was the Uji Pearl one, and then I had the dark green, the jade colorway for my Dartmoor sweater. Which those two, the beige and the dark green, are okay, but this one smells particularly bad. And I would definitely say if you buy JC Rennie, just buy the balls, because it's not worth the price. It's really cheap to buy the cone, but it's like I literally have to put this over my nose when I'm knitting it. So, but right now I'm going to persevere, because I was knitting structure on my Ingrid, and then I was like, oh, I love knitting cables. I just want to knit cables right now, which is okay. So I'm just going to keep knitting on that one, and not going to put it back into hibernation. I'm not going to put it away until I finish it. It's about time. I started it in September 2022. So that's a really long time ago. So I should really just get going on that one. So I think this was like a little podcast alternative. So if you liked it, then please let me know if you like this kind of format. Also, something that I don't really share on this channel, I do have options if you want to support the channel. If you like this and you want to support the channel. If you want to support the channel, then I have 2 options. I have a Ko-fi where you can buy me a coffee. With that money I would buy yarn or patterns, but I also have a Ravelry wish list. So if you want to buy me a pattern of something that I can knit on soon, then yeah, you can look at my Ravelry wish list. Some personal stuff. I have just gotten a new job. So I am staying in the same company, but I am moving up a position, so I'm really grateful for that. If you watched my video about why I took a break, I have shared that work was a little stressful. So yeah, that's how all have been leading up to this moment. So there was a job opening and I applied, and there were a lot of applicants, so I'm really happy that I got this new position. So really happy with that. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that. I don't really share that much personal stuff, but I'm always open to tell you anything. I mean, I'm not going to put my whole life out there on the internet, but if people are interested, then I'm definitely willing to share. Yeah, so I'm just going to go back to knitting. I also had, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had the advent calendar from Olivia and Oliver Fibers from last year. And I still haven't done anything with it, and I also hadn't opened every little mini skein, but I opened them today, and I think I'm gonna make 2 Astrid pillows with it. So I made the Astrid pillow. If you haven't watched it yet, then you can check out the video, but I crocheted 2 Astrid pillows with my acrylic yarn, and I think I'm gonna make some with my advent calendar. I think that will be really, really good. So that's going to come up. I'm going to do some knitting, have a colorwork project, a texture project, a stockinette project, and a crochet project. I feel like that's a really good combination. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And let me know if you like this. Do you like this? Was this good? Bye!